Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day as always. In today's video we are going to be looking at these four quarters right here. We have a 1989 Philadelphia and Denver Mint, and we have a 1988 Philadelphia and Denver Mint. This will be a continuation of the series, which I've been doing recently, which just share kind of some basic information about these coins. We'll get into the values of the coins, the metal composition of the coins, the mintages, and any error coins to look for, which can be worth a lot more value than these regular face value coins that you see right here. We will also share with you a couple of cool coins for the end of the video. I have a couple of different coins that I pulled out of the mint sets. We have a 1973 quarter right here. We have a 1978 quarter, both from mint sets. And we also have these two America the Beautiful quarters that I'm going to share with you right here. These are from the effigy mounds. They're part of the America the Beautiful series, which we'll talk about at the very end of the video. So if you're interested in these 2017 effigy mounds quarters or those 1978 or 1973 mint set quarters, stick around toward the end and we'll get into those two coins. All right, let's zoom in on this. We've got the Philadelphia on the left, Denver on the right. Flip this over. We'll start with, let's actually start with the first year, 1988. So this one right here is pretty beat up. I don't think that's a directly from the mint right there. That this ding on the side of it right there, that's something that happened post-mint damage. So unfortunately, that's not a error coin, which we'll get into later. But we've got the Philadelphia Mint on the left and the Denver Mint on the right. So these coins that you see right here, on the obverse, we see a portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, president from 1789 to 1797. It's accompanied by the motto, "In God We Trust," right here, the lettering Liberty at the top, and then the date right here. The mint mark will be located right here. So we saw the P to represent Philadelphia. On the other coin that we have, there is a D to represent Denver. There can also be an S to represent San Francisco. And on the reverse side of the coin, which we're looking at right here, we see an eagle. And the eagle has its wings spread right here. It's standing on a shaft of arrows with an olive branch beneath right here. So we've got the olive branch right here. We've got the stack of arrows right here that the eagle is perched upon, and it's got its wings spread out wide. We've got the face value of the coin right here, $quarter down at the bottom, and then United States of America going across the top. As far as the mintages of these coins go, they are very high mintage, as they were for most of 1980s. For the 1988 Philadelphia Mint coins, so this one right here on the left, the P mint mark, there are 512 million of these produced. 1989, this one right here, there are 896 million of them produced. So 512 million on the left, 896 million on the right. And unfortunately, these aren't going to be worth more than face value until you get into the uncirculated condition. So if you've got scratches on your coins like we see right here, or if some of the luster has just kind of worn off, so when they come out of the mint, they have a nice kind of shine to them. You can see it on the foreground and on the fields. But if that shine is gone, then it's not going to get that uncirculated grade. And unfortunately, it will only be worth face value unless you do have an error coin, which we'll talk about once we get through the 1989s. So slide those out and slide these ones in right here. Won't need to talk about the description of the design of the coin, because they have the same exact design that we were looking at earlier. So we've got the 1989 Philadelphia and 1989 Denver Mint. For these ones right here in 1989, 596 million made at the Denver Mint, 562 million made at the Philadelphia Mint. Again, these coins right here aren't going to be worth more than face value until you get into that uncirculated condition. If you've got these ones right here that are in circulated shape, they will not be worth more than face value, with the one caveat being the 1989 D repunched mint mark. So there's a book out there called The Cherry Picker's Guide to Rare Die and Variety Coins, and it documents a lot of the known error coins and the values of those coins. So there's a documented error coin with a 1989 D repunched mint mark. So the point of focus that you're going to want to look to is the mint mark down here, and the repunched mint mark. There is a secondary D is evident to the west of the primary D. So it looks like, if it looks like there's another strike of the D a little bit to the left or west of the primary D, then that is probably the repunched mint mark that's being described here in the Cherry Picker's Guide to Rare Die and Variety Coins. Now, for that variety, at a mint state 60, that variety is going to be worth $15. So we go from a 25-cent coin to a $15 coin, just based on the fact that it could have, that if it did have the repunched mint mark. So that's kind of the adventures of cherry picking. When you look for ordinary coins that have high mintages, but you try and find them that are in great shape or that have some error coins associated with them. All right, let's bring in those two coins from the mint sets that we mentioned earlier in the video. We've got the 1973 on the left here, and then I'll throw to the right the 1978. I've got the mintages of these. So in 1973, there were 1,776,000 of these mint sets that were made. And then the one on the right, 1978, there were 2,162,000 of them that were made. So the mintages for these are much, much, much lower than the regular strike coins that we were talking about earlier that had mintages in the 500 million, 800 million. So these coins, just 2 million of them that were made for these particular mint set years, kind of rounded. Same design. Now, the key for these ones is that you want to see how well the coin was struck, because you can have a coin that's in uncirculated condition like this that has never been opened from the sealed package, but it can still have some scratches on it. It can still have some dings to it, and it might not have been struck that well. So it can be have scratches on it just from the regular mint process that would prevent it from being graded super highly. All right, so those are the two mint set coins. Now let's bring in the final coins that we're going to be looking at today. I'll try and get the lighting on these the best I can. So we have a Denver mint and a Philadelphia mint. The mint mark's in the same location as the other coins that we were looking at right there. So P mint mark there, D mint mark there. Flip it over, and then we get the America the Beautiful reversed side right here. So this coin was made in 2017. Again, apologies that there's some probably a little bit of glare associated with these coins, but this has the effigy mounds on the reverse side, so it's representing the state of Iowa. This coin was made in 2017, and we see an aerial view of the mounds in the marching bear group on the reverse side right here. So the marching bear group mounds right here on the reverse side of the coin. It's dated 2017. We see Iowa here. Now, each state had one kind of America the Beautiful. Most of them are like national parks or parklands or forests or ocean lines that are part of the America the Beautiful series. We have the date that it was made down there, 2017 at the bottom. As far as the mintages of these coins go, they're actually much lower because, quarters are being used less and less compared to what they were in 1988 and 1989. So there are 210 million that were made at the Denver Mint, and there were 271 million that were made at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, they also did make 3 different coins at the San Francisco Mint, which is quite interesting. They made a circulated quality, not released for circulation. There were 916 million of those. So those went, they were circulated quality, but they went directly to coin collectors in special packages. In 2017, There were also enhanced uncirculated coins, and there were also proof coins. So the circulated quality not released for circulation, those would be mint set coins, and then enhanced uncirculated coins. So those had a special finish to them, and they also had proof coins. 919 million mint set coins, 225 enhanced uncirculated, and 629 million proof coins made for these 2017 effigy mounds quarters. To quickly recap what we looked at these 2017 effigy mound quarters. We looked at these mint set coins from 1973 and 1978. These two coins right here. We also spent most of our time looking at the 1988 Philadelphia and Denver Mint, and then the 1989 Philadelphia and Denver Mint Washington quarters. All right, everyone, that's all the info that I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy!